Right, so you may recall a video I did about 6 or 7 months ago on the Hisense A7G 4K TV, a TV that I said at the time might be the perfect affordable 4K TV going. Well, Hisense got in touch again, wanting to partner for a first look at their brand new 2022 E7H QLED series 4K TV. And I think they might have gone and done it again. With this model retailing for as low as £605 for the 43-inch and just £649 for the 55-inch model, I think, as you'll see, it's a real bargain at that price. Oh, and if you are looking to watch the World Cup this year and want a new TV, then you might want to scoop this bad boy. Now, of course, because this video is sponsored, it's not necessarily a full review as such, but I will go into detail about all of the features available, and I'll tell you what I like and things that I think potentially could be improved in a future product, as always. If you enjoy the video, a like would be delightful, and subscribe and turn on notifications for all the latest tech. So firstly, this is the 65-inch version, but as I said, it does come in different sized models to best suit your space. And the unboxing experience is really nice and simple. The stand legs and screws, the TV, the remote and the batteries, manuals and power cable. Setup is dead simple: screw on the legs, mount in place, and plug to power. So where does the E7H model fit in the market? Well, according to Hisense, this is an entry model quantum dot 4K TV. Now, quantum dot in layman's terms means there are tiny crystals, otherwise known as nanocrystals, and when light is shone onto these crystals, they give off a precise colour depending on their size. So the embedded quantum dot colour creates images that are much closer to real life with over 1 billion vivid colours. 4K resolution gives you great details, and there is a UHD AI upscaler, which enhances non-4K footage to almost 4K standards. So older footage, for example, older content or content that is currently available shot in 1080p will be made to look almost 4K, so just that little bit sharper than it would be before. Dolby Vision HDR delivers brilliantly bright images with a contrast depth that is 40 times brighter and subsequently 10 times darker than a standard picture. That contrast between the bright spots and the dark spots just much more stretched out, so there's a much wider spectrum. This is great for all of those games, movies and TV shows, for example, that have monsters lurking in the darkness. No, I haven't been watching that series too much recently. But you still also get those really nice bright highlights. In terms of audio, I was really quite surprised. Often with TVs, their sound becomes almost like a bit of an afterthought, as most companies, most brands that make TVs think, well, most people are probably going to plug in a soundbar or connect it up to a sound system anyway, so the speakers tend to be very meh. And while this still probably is the case for the E7H in terms of you would probably, maybe if you are an audiophile, want to connect it up to a sound system, for example, for the everyday person that is not quite at that level of enthusiast, you really are not going to be disappointed with these speakers inbuilt. Thanks to the included DTS Virtual X, a premium audio post-processing solution, not only is the sound really nice and clear, but it's super loud as well, like ridiculously loud. I usually have it on about 10, and that's more than enough for me, but it goes all the way up to 100. An absolute festival if you're playing music or watching a concert on your TV. And another thing that really impressed me is the speed of navigation. Like, this generally feels as snappy as some of the 3K TVs that I've also reviewed on the channel. The Vida U 5.0 Smart OS is not the most funky or stylish looking software. I would perhaps like to have seen something a little bit better from an aesthetics point of view, maybe rounded boxes perhaps like we see on a lot of the current 2022 softwares on smartphones and Amazon Fire TV as an example. But outside of that, it's really easy, quick and enjoyable to use. Top left you have the search function, input, full settings for that audio and picture preferences, notifications, Vida account sign-in, a voice search for either Alexa, Google Assistant or the in-house Vida voice, and your live TV should you want to set that up. Underneath this you have access to all of your favourite entertainment and on-demand apps, the likes of Disney+, Netflix, YouTube and Amazon Video. And you also have these available straight from your remote as well, and that sometimes can be actually really helpful. But although it has all of the major functions, again, aesthetically it's not the most eye-pleasing or comfortable in the hand. Exactly the same pretty much as the last TV. Come on, Hisense, put a little bit more effort into your remotes. A little bit bland, even if it's just that little bit more comfortable to hold at least. Now in terms of all of the major ports, we have our Ethernet and optical, and then 2 USB Type A's, antenna 1 and 2, common interface, and 3 HDMI ports, all 4K at 60Hz, and one with eARC support. So there's no 120Hz compatibility, for example, for your super high frame rate gaming, but remember the price. And you do have a gaming mode plus feature, which when enabled helps to reduce input lag and that jittery, shaky experience. Now when the TV detects a sport is being watched, it switches to sports mode for an immersive live stadium experience, both picture and sound, boosting brightness, contrast, colour and sharpness to create that vibrant, crystal clear sports scene. And the enhanced surround sound also delivers rich crowd sound without dampening voices like commentators, presenters, the like. Stop making notification noises when I'm trying to record. Please, laptop. Thank you. Thank you. Other special features include screen sharing, where you can cast content from your phone, and thanks to the floating panel, it makes the screen appear to be floating on the back panel. So you have this really nice, almost bezel-less appearance. In an ideal world, like with the remote, I would like to have seen Hisense possibly use a slightly better design for the leg stands, make them more eye-pleasing shape and slightly better materials maybe, make them look and feel a little bit more premium. But the Hisense text on the bottom bezel looks nice and smart, and considering how thin this TV is, and again how affordable compared to a lot of others on the market, I think it's a great package. Now one thing to note, if you are looking to possibly pick this TV up, one of the models at least, they may have slightly different names on different websites, the model numbers, for example, on different outlets. So just be sure you are selecting the right one. I will have a link to the Amazon one in the video description below, so you can go through and check it out if you want more information, or indeed want to go and purchase it. I think it should be available, as I said, for some pretty decent deals around right now. Let me know what you think of this TV in the comment section below. Is it the perfect budget or affordable 4K TV available right now? Or is there another one that you've got your eye on that you think you might prefer? As I said, drop a like if you found it helpful and sub if you love everything tech. I'll love you and leave you. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, peace out.